Good afternoon, there shopkeepers and do-it-yourselfers. Today, we're going to have a little lesson in oil filters on this 2012 Toyota Corolla S. It's got the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine in it. And doing an oil change on it. And had a hard time getting the daggum oil filter housing off of it, because some dumbass thinks they got to tighten this oil filter cap down to 947 foot-pounds, and it says right on there, let's see, what does that say, 25 inch-pounds or 25 Newton meters. I don't even know what that is, but just snug. Snug is not acronyms for so it never unloosens grip. The seal on this is not a crush seal that when you get it tight up here at the lip, see the seal's down here. It's not up there. And that is because it doesn't seal from this being tight. It seals from this just being installed. You don't know what that means? Well, let me show you. Let me show you. Down here underneath the car, this is the oil filter housing. You can't see, maybe you can. There's a little bit of a bevel there, a taper, and that when you screw that in, that seal actually seals against this surface. When it passes that bevel or that taper, it compresses right here. It seals right there. So when you get it in about halfway, it's actually already sealed. It's already sealed. It doesn't seal by smashing up against this housing. It's got this little metal clip that goes in there, and that actually keeps the daggum thing from turning back out on you. So you don't have to crank the thing down so it seals against this surface, because it seals in here before it even gets tight. And when you tighten the dadgum thing up, even if you use the tool, if the next guy doesn't have the fancy tool that fits this housing, I mean, I don't have one, and I ain't gonna buy one. But you can see now the seal is already starting to engage the housing right there. See, there's the seal. Right there, and it's already engaging the housing. Now I can feel it kind of snug. That's where it's going past that taper fit. And it's, at this point, it's already sealed. But the thing is, if you put a tool on this, a lot of them I have a hex head, or not a hex head, but a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch drive inset. So you can put a ratchet on there and drive these like for a fuel filter housing. But if you use pliers, like I got these handy dandy little pliers for oil filters, that's great. You know, you can turn that. But when you go to loosen it, you can't hardly get this damn thing in there behind the oil pan. And then when you do get it in there, you're up against the frickin' control or the cross member. So all you got to do is just draw that thing up until it, when it makes contact with that housing, stop. That's all you got to do. I wasn't even, see, I can turn that loose with my hand. See? You don't have to smash that thing down on there so tight that you got to tear the shit out of it to get it off of there. Some clown in California cranked that thing down so tight, I had to bust this thing off to get it off of there. There's no sense in that. Fellas, when you change an oil filter, make sure that you check and see that your old oil ring, the seal, O-ring, comes off. And then put a little film of oil around your new oil filter seal and spin it on. This is like on a regular spin-on type, not a cartridge. This is a cartridge. But this housing right here cost $50. And it didn't need to be spent. But some clown doesn't know what good sense is. And we'll put this little lock deal back on there. It just inserts in there. I took it out thinking I'd gain more room for my pliers, but I didn't. Anyway, these little tabs will hit on that, and it'll keep that from spinning and back and back out. Of course, it ain't going to anyway, but just in case. And then always check after you fill it. Start it up, make sure it's not leaking. Whether it's this style or a spin-on. And the spin-on regular canister filters, once you spin it on and the O-ring makes contact, a 1/2 to 3/4 turn is all you need to go. You don't have to put your torque multiplier on there and crank that thing down till you start tweaking the paint off the can. Some of these guys, Jiffy Lube, they ain't got an idea what they're doing. Then you got to work 15 minutes trying to get a damn filter off. All right, you guys have a good day. A better one than I'm having. Share, like, and subscribe.